Welcome back to the Nerdy Neighborhood, everybody. Welcome back to your Friendly Neighborhood Comic Show. I'm your host, Lauren, your Friendly Neighborhood Bi. And as you can tell, we have a very special guest, a very special creator, back for her second appearance. Maybe third overall. I can't remember if you're on a award show or not. Anyways, we did show your video, so technically third appearance. Third appearance overall. Fell Hound is back to join us today. How are you, Fell?
I'm good. Thank you for having me back in the neighborhood, Lauren. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to have a nice gay chat about all things gay and comics, as usual.
Yes. Well, and you're always welcome here. I mean, you basically live here with us. Let's be real. Like, we don't just let you in. You just barge in with gay things and make me cry and scream constantly. So
I've secretly rented out your basement, actually.
I knew it. I knew you had a room down here. I'm going to start searching. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to have to search the closets, too, because that's the last place I would expect you to be is in the closet. But I bet that's where the entrance is.
That's smart. That is smart.
Nobody would expect it. Well, today, I know last time you were on, we talked about your book and we love you. But now we're going to talk about it again because Scout Comics picked it up to release it this year on their own. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited for this book to get like a wider release at Scout.
Yeah.
We've got like 3 beautiful new covers. Main one by Angela Wu. We got a B cover by Skylar Patridge, and even I drew like a new web store variant for the Scout web store.
Yes. Let's pull up those covers. So this is the first one you were mentioning.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It's gut-wrenching, literally. Like, you literally see the bullet go through her. You could argue it goes through both of them. I mean, I don't know, but it's painful and gay. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Angela just killed it on this cover. She showed me she was showing me her sketch work, and literally even from just like the lines alone before she rendered everything, I was like bawling. I was like, this is the most perfect cover I have ever seen. It's so beautiful. You got the tone of it exactly right, and honestly, I can't stop staring at it. It's so good.
Yeah, I love the line work and the colors, like that the hair itself is like, it's almost like a fire fire coloring. And to me, I don't know, like, I feel like that adds to the emotion and the intensity of it as well.
Yes, and my personal favorite little touch are the little flower petals coming out from those bullets. Like,
oh yeah,
gosh, that is such an aesthetic. Like, it's so good.
It's brilliant. I really love this one. And then Skylar, is it Partridge or Partridge without the R?
No R.
Okay, Partridge. Yeah. Got it. I will make sure I say it right. But this cover, I love this one because the other one has like I feel like the first cover we just saw has that like kind of like fiery, intense, passionate yet still sad kind of feel to it. And then this one's just like hot. We're all miserable here. The coloring is fantastic alone as well.
Oh, absolutely. This is like blue for sadness. And also, I love that Sky put in those like little details in the background and the concrete, like the little kiss and the little hug.
Yeah.
Like, I love tiny details like that. And oh my gosh.
There's like little faces there.
Yeah. And like a little photo. Like, Sky is so good at faces and drawing just like sad, angsty people. So I was like, Sky, please, will you draw this cover?
Match made in heaven, automatically right there.
100%.
And then, this cover here, which is going to be exclusive to the web store. And I think out of the 3, this one is somehow my favorite. Like, I don't know why this one stands out to me. Maybe I just like the brutal part of like the like pointed rifles or whatever those are coming from the top. I don't know. It just really hits me differently, this cover.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like this cover. It's a fun fact about this one. It was actually inspired by like the ending scene of Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Like, wow.
That anime. I don't know if I should spoil it. I don't know if anyone's going to watch it. But if you know the ending scene to Revolutionary Girl Utena, then you might be able to pinpoint where the references drew from.
So that's what completely inspired this cover for you?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, Utena is also like super gay. It's about sort of lesbians. So I was like, I want to do a homage somehow, but obviously it's, 2 different, very different types of stories here. So I was like, how can I make it a homage, but also make it war. So it's like a very subtle reference, but it's like, if you know, you know.
Yeah, no, and I mean, maybe that is one thing that's interesting with these 3 covers is that you get kind of a different vibe, for lack of a better word, for each one. Because this one, it feels like there's no hope left. It's just defeat. Like it's like the end of a war, like you said. Did you want all the different covers to have like different vibes or feels to them?
Honestly, it just kind of happened. I think each artist really brought in their own interpretation of the like what they wanted for the story. I didn't have anything specific that I asked for any of the cover artists. I was like, "Here's the book, draw what you want," and they did, and they turned out amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Scout Comics, they originally also picked up and published Commander Rao in the past, right? So now they're kind of continuing the saga essentially by picking this one up too.
Yes, I'm very excited. I hope other people will enjoy And We Love You. It is standalone as well, so if you have not read Rao, you can just read And We Love You by itself, and you will have full understanding of the story. But hopefully it will also make you want to pick up Commander Rao afterward.
Yeah, no, it definitely did for me because I think I read this one before Commander Rao as well. Because I think I remember when I backed the original campaign or whatever, I think I backed the book and then like we got the Commander Rao with it, which is really really great. So I was like, great, it's all together. I don't have to do anything else. I just sit here and wait for it to show up.
Yes, easy one step package.
Yes. Well, what makes for those that don't know kind of how that works, what makes it different when this book, even though you've already published it and put it out to people, what makes it different when it's picked up by a publishing company like Scout?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple differences. I mean, obviously you got more covers selections, you got a brand new cover as we've seen. It is, to be honest, the same story, but the Kickstarter edition, if I dare say, is a little bit fancier because it's actually like a softcover bound. So, and I think that the actual direct market edition is going to be, the saddle stitched. Yeah. But it's also a lower price point. So, I think it depends like how you like to read. If you like to read in book format or floppies, if you like certain covers. But mostly I'm just stoked about Scout being able to actually get it in front of like, a wider audience, being able to like walk in the store, see a cool cover and just pick it up and hopefully find something new to like.
Yeah, that is a really nice thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is that when it gets picked up by a publishing company, even if, people, you get your pre-order still with it, right? Just like a Kickstarter where people find it, they decide they want to support it, they order it or they back it, whatever. But this way, like you said, people can just walk into a comic shop and potentially see it on a shelf and go, I've never even heard of this. What is this? So you kind of have a way to reach a more, I guess, as they say, a passive audience, an audience that isn't like looking all the time on Kickstarter or something. That potentially is huge, not only for you as a creator, I imagine, but just for that book getting to people.
Yeah, like honestly, every time I go to a comic book store, I see like all these beautiful covers, and I'm definitely the person who will like just buy a book by its cover. Like even if it's like a random issue, and I'm like, oh, it has a really cool cover, or oh, it has Batwoman in it. I've never read any of these other Batman issues, but Batwoman's on the cover, so now I have to buy it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the same way with Supergirl, except I've had to stop doing that because they're just putting Supergirl in a bunch of random shit lately with DC. They're like, look, here's Supergirl. And I'm like, ugh, I want to buy it, but I don't trust you. I don't trust you guys.
Oh, I feel that too. Like I read Woman of Tomorrow and it was so good, and then I went looking for other Supergirl stories, and then I found out there were none.
Yeah, not currently. No, yeah, that's what blew my mind too, is that story was so critically acclaimed, and to my knowledge, it sold well enough at least. So I was like, what are you doing? Like, I worry that with that, they're just waiting for like the Flash, the movie we don't speak of, to come out to see if her character does well in that. So it's a double-edged sword, kind of like the And We Love You universe, the RAO universe you've created. Just when you think everything is going great, bam, right from the sidelines.
Oh gosh. I hope they're not hinging it on that movie. I'm worried about that movie, honestly. But
so worried.
Yeah. We'll always have the fanfic and the fan art.
Thank God, fanfic and fan art is absolutely huge. And I've noticed there's been like some fan art and things like that for like Commander Rao and for And We Love You. What's that been like for you to see when people do like fan art and stuff for your own story?
Honestly, it's like the greatest feeling in the world. Like I'm so happy that people actually like, I don't know, enjoy it enough that they want to draw art of it. Like I
Yeah.
remember when Commander Rao first released, and I got like my first piece of fan art. I was like, oh my god. The one of the covers for the Scout version, the Scout web store cover for Commander Rao actually was like fan art,
Oh
and
wow.
Jem just like did it for me because he was like, I think your book is cool and I want to support it. Here's some fan art. And so I was like, this is so amazing. So then I asked him for permission to turn it into a cover. And he said yes. And it's so cool. It's just the coolest thing. I love seeing other people's interpretations of my characters.
Yeah.
So every time it happens, I'm just like little heart fluttering inside.
Yeah, that is a fun thing with I think just stories and different people's interpretations of it. And fans argue all the time, depending on the fan base, but fans will argue all the time, like, what's the right way to do something, what's in character and what's out of character. But at the end of the day, kind of like you said, I think sometimes people forget to appreciate the fact that it's like these are other people's interpretations. So unless they're like harmful to the character in some way or something, it's still good that people see things in different ways and have different thoughts.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to at least my own characters, I kind of just want people to have fun with it. Like I am for one of the tiers in And We Love You was like my friend Easton doing short stories in the RAOverse, and like I had no parameters. I was just like, just write whatever you want. So he wrote the most beautiful, ridiculous short stories for people. One of them was like Commander Al punches a dinosaur. The other one was like Julie is a lighthouse keeper, and the other one is like some kind of like multiversal afterlife where everybody is, or like it's like a really trippy story where they're ghosts and trying to communicate with each other, and they were just buck wild, and I loved every single one of them. Like I don't even care about the lore anymore. I just want to see people, invested in the spirit of these characters enough that they want to do something with it. So I feel like that's always a cool feeling, seeing how other people interpret your work.
Yeah. So you're not like turned off or like, upset as the creator if like fans or whatever take like characters or your story that's like sad as hell and they're like, I'm gonna take your characters and let them be happy. You're not gonna like get upset or be like, that's how the character that doesn't work. You're just like, that's fantastic. You guys like the characters, you want them to be happy. I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if people wanted to make a beach episode, go right ahead. The only thing I would be pissed at is if they made my character straight, obviously.
Yes.
But I don't think anyone's been cruel enough to do that.
Well, and yeah, that is kind of just out of line, not only for, reasons, but just because like that's not the character. That's a huge part of their identity. You can't change that. But you can go from them being depressed all the time to actually being able to be happy because it's a different circumstance. Like, I think that makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, absolutely. They deserve a nice day at the beach. They deserve, some ice cream and to, swim in the lake and pretend to be a little lake shark.
A little lake shark. That makes me think of Jeff the Shark. The Kelly Thompson writes for Marvel. He is adorable, but he's a land shark. He's a land
Oh,
shark.
yeah. Jeff is very adorable. I've seen the photos or the little screenshots.
He's so cute, and those comics are so clever because they're like really like you have to read them on Marvel Unlimited, but the print edition's coming out I think in March. But like I read on my phone and it's formatted very well, so it's good on the phone. But like I'll be crying by the end of a couple of those. Like they're so simple,
Aww.
but both Kelly and the artist they do such a great job like tugging your heartstrings. Like I think issue 8 like broke me the first time I read it. It was
Oh
it was
no!
so good.
Are they nice to the shark? If anyone's mean
Yes,
to them,
yes, they're nice. It was like a happy cry. That's the thing. It
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
like
good.
everything. Yeah, no, Phil. Sometimes we cry for happy things here too. We're not just always
Whoa.
miserable. I think maybe Jeff the Shark should come visit the RAOverse. Bring some happiness to them. I think they deserve it.
I think so. Just like a therapy shark, like they have therapy dogs. Just like pet the therapy shark.
Yeah, Jeff the Shark gives therapy. He could do it. He could do it.
I'll go ask Marvel for the crossover right now. I'm sure they'd be really into it.
Kelly Thompson, if you're watching this, please help us out here.
Yes,
Please.
Kelly.
Let Jeff help out the gays, the sad gays. They need some assistance, and Jeff is the answer.
Absolutely. For the gays.
Are there any characters in particular that you'd love to write one day that aren't yours? I know you mentioned Batwoman. I know you love Supergirl like I do. Are there like dream characters that like if I got them, my life would be made, sold?
So, I mean, Batwoman, obviously. Like, I am in love with Batwoman. I have a giant Batwoman poster on my wall. It's dark, so you can't see it, but it is there. Other characters I would love. Laura Kinney, Wolverine, X-23. Yes. I love her character. I think she's so cool. Admittedly, I have not caught up on a lot of her recent Marvel stuff, but honestly, back when I did read her stuff, it was super cool, and I had a bunch of like fanfic ideas in my head. So hopefully some of those can still be applied one day.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of other, like, maybe not like a Western property, but I am a big Gundam person. If they ever did anything Gundam in like a Western comics market, I would love to be in on that.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's kind of interesting because the Gundam feel or like even like the kaiju and stuff, those were kind of popular for a little bit. I'm not sure if they're dying out or calming down a bit or not, but we'll just kind of have to see how it goes.
Like I know Godzilla is like a big thing, and they've it started out as like a Japanese story, and they've ported it over to a lot of Western stuff. So we will see.
Yeah. That makes sense. I know you mentioned Laura Kinney, who I'm a huge fan of, and I would say I haven't read everything she's in currently because I don't like the main X-Men title right now. Like I have not enjoyed it since Duggan's picked it up, which is sad because I think his Marauders was great. I'm like, you should just stay on Marauders. But I have read Exterminators. And if you haven't read that yet, Phil, I would highly recommend reading Exterminators. It is gay chaos left and right. Like you can't escape it even if you want to.
Oh, and I've heard of that. So. Yeah, amazing. I will pick it up. You've had me at gays.
Yes, it's just so chaotic. Like there are times I've read those pages or seen. There's like a certain picture in particular that when that issue came out, it was all over my dash, and people were just like, "Did this really just happen?" I was like, It's so campy. It is all camp. There's lots of. I can't say it's directly gay because I don't think it's directly gay, which is annoying. But there's so many undertones. You're just like waiting. You're like, somebody let Leah Williams add more. She can go further with this. Let her.
Yes. Come on, this is editorial. We know you're there. Listen to her, please. Make it gay.
It is kind of crazy how much they let them get away with in that issue, though, because again, that series it's so campy, it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
So it is nice what we get with that.
I think my friend Brent, Carrot Collector, showed me a couple like snippets from that, and they just kind of like post random snippets with no context, and they're like, "Look at this gay thing." So I feel like I've seen some of it.
Yeah, you probably have. There's a couple things if you resaw it, you'd be like, "Oh, yep, I cannot forget that once you show it to me again."
Amazing.
If you could put your, if you could put the character Commander Rao and like the Marvel or DC universe and like to hang out with like a character or two, which one would you pick and which character or two would you want them to hang out with? Or do you think they do well to be around?
I mean, Batwoman, obviously, there's a lot of similarities between Commander Rao and Batwoman. They're both
I wonder why.
Grappling hooks, they have capes, they've got tattoos, they're both sapphic, they're both like military background. I feel like they get along.
Just a little.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I just have her hang out with like all my favorite characters, like Supergirl. That would be very cool. I remember the Batwoman Supergirl team up on TV when it was out. That was nice. What else? Yeah, obviously I like her to meet Laura because they're both like little tiny murder machines.
Tiny murder machines.
They go to therapy together.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of characters though. Like anybody that's like heroic or villain or everybody needs therapy.
Yeah, they all need to go meet Jeff the Land Shark for a petting.
Yeah, there you go. He's the therapist for all the universes and characters. Marvel, DC, whatever universes, he is the therapist for everyone.
Yes. Now, if only they had that here, because I could use some Jeff Shark pettings.
I wish Jeff the Shark were real. I know they did a little plushie of him at one point, I think, but it wasn't like it was, or I think fans did some plushies, but they weren't the exact art by the artist, and rightfully so. So I was like, those are cute, but it doesn't hit right. But if they ever release like a very accurate Jeff the Shark plushie that looks like the original artist, I would buy that so quick. Like he is just makes me so happy.
I don't know why they haven't made it, because it's like, don't people know that like tiny cute things are very easily like merchandise? Like look at Baby Yoda. Right. He's everywhere, and everybody loves Baby Yoda. So you gotta capitalize on that.
It's true, but I think the difference is that because he's only in comics, I think that's what slowed it down. Like if Jeff the Shark ever gets his own like animated TV show, and if they could somehow like get the same artist to do the art, or if they could at least like pay him, obviously still because they're mimicking his stuff, I feel like you'd have to do that somehow. But if they could at least mimic his art very well, while compensating him, that would be really cool. Because I think that's the thing with Jeff too, is that other artists trying to draw him doesn't work unless you mimic the artist completely, because he has a distinct look and style to him that makes him so lovable.
He's like a shark Kirby. It's like if you combine Kirby with a shark.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yes. Maybe Jeff and Kirby should hang out. Now we're in the Mario universe.
Oh my god, that would be so cute. I feel like Kirby is just like one of my like top 5 peak character designs. It's so simple. Well, that's all you need. It's just like a tiny pink ball. It's so cute.
I think, I think Kirby should hang out with Commander Rao. I think Kirby could be very helpful too.
Yeah, just like suck up all the enemies, There's no blood. It's just like a little.
Yeah, give her a break. Like, hey, you don't have to kill anymore. Take a nap. I got this.
Yeah, it's a little personal vacuum cleaner.
Is that why, like, some vacuum cleaners are called Kirby? I'm pretty sure. Did that come before or after the character Kirby was created? Now I have to go find this out.
There's some vacuum cleaners called Kirby. I did not know that.
I think it's a brand, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like that's a legit thing.
That would be so funny. I hope it's actually pink with, like, little eyes on it.
I don't think so, because it's a brand if I'm thinking of the right thing. So they're just like boring black vacuum cleaners.
Boo.
At Kirby, do better. What are you doing?
Yeah, right? Like, I know you're probably, like, copyright Nintendo, but you'd make so much money if you just did a crossover.
Yeah, but then they'd have to share with Nintendo. They probably don't like that part.
True. Well, then they got to make their own cute little, robot. Just instead of pink ball, just make it like, I don't know, like a black robot ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
That's fair. If you stick googly eyes on anything, it'll be cute. So that's always an option.
True. Or at least funny. Cute or funny or both.
Yes.
I wonder how Jeff the Shark would look with googly eyes. I'll have to try that. And then when I get my other copy of And We Love You, I might have to try that on some of the pages. Just put googly eyes on the
So I actually, for my girlfriend, she read And We Love You. And of course she was devastated. So for one of, I can't remember, like a birthday or something, I actually gifted her like a copy of And We Love You, except I put like little stickers like over all the sad parts. So,
my God.
Yeah, on the scenes where everybody is frowning, I just like put a sticker over it, and then I drew over the sticker with like a happy face, so it looked like they weren't actually like, dying horribly. And I put in like little pointers being like, oh, she's just sleeping. Oh, that's just pasta sauce. And just like completely censored the book in like a happy ending version.
That's amazing. I've never heard of such a thing. That reminds me of like on the show Friends, where there's an episode where Phoebe's like, she thinks Old Yeller ends happily. She thinks it ends when the dog gets back home because her mother would turn it off, so she never saw what actually happens. And so then she one day sees what happened, and she loses it. She's just like, what is happening? This is not Old Yeller. What is this? Like, so that's so one, very cute and sweet and hilarious that you took the time to censor it for her. And did she receive it well? Like, did she enjoy that you censored it? Or was she like, why'd you do this?
Oh no, she loves it. She like, I don't know. She was very happy and she laughed. So, because it was amazing. Like, yeah. Just censor all the ending. It's just, everyone's just sleeping and spilled all their pasta sauce. There's no blood.
They ate too much pasta. They had such a great time at the dinner party. That's all that happened.
Yeah, it was a sleepover. So a lot of people are sleeping over in this wasteland.
Yes, that's exactly where I want to have a sleepover, in a wasteland.
Yeah, you get open area. There's no noise or light pollution. It's a very nice place.
Oh my goodness. I'm terrified. So I will just stay in my universe and just keep reading the RAOverse. Everything that comes out from it. But speaking of that, when is this releasing from Scout Comics? When can we expect this to hit the shelves and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so I mean, the date online says February 1st. Probably sometime in February though, because I feel like the dates always shift because of whatever reasons. So it will be out in February.
Nice.
Exactly what week? We will see.
Watch it come out the week of Valentine's Day. That'd be hilarious and wonderful. I would love it.
I would love that too. That would be so fitting. Like,
it would.
Yeah. What's more romantic than bonding over some gay pain?
Then trauma bonding, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. You can cry together. It's intimate. Crying together is intimate.
It is. Just be careful. Don't actually trauma bond, guys. That's dangerous.
Yes.
This is not endorsing
Disclaimer.
that level. Yeah. Disclaimer. This is not endorsing that. I don't need people saying that the neighborhood encouraged it to their therapist.
Yes.
And for the future of the RAOverse, can we expect, I don't know if you can share, can we expect anything further to come, especially since, Commander Rao came out, and they both went to Scout eventually?
Yeah, so that is a great question. I wish I could answer that in more than just vague notions. To be honest, I have been working on a couple things. Some are related and some are not. So it really depends what happens first and what the timelines are. Rest assured, I still think there's more stories to tell in the RAOverse. I very much intend to tell more stories in it. When that will come out, unfortunately, is a bit of a different story right now. But there will be more RAO stories, whether it be soon or hopefully you guys are patient.
Maybe in 5 years. I will wait. I will wait for it. It's okay. You've got me at least. I don't know about everybody else, but I can wait. Yes, I've had to wait for all my gay things anyway.
Yeah, it'll be like an MCR comeback tour. It's gonna be great.
That's true. That's so true. Anything else that you have coming out this year that you can or want to tease? Any other projects you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, well, I was in a couple anthologies. I have a short in the Gay Sword Lady anthology, Sharp Wit and the Company of Women.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to come out this year. I'm in another anthology that should be kickstarting sometime soon, I want to say. Cool. It's called Amongst the Stars. It's a sci-fi romance anthology. I have a story with Brent Fisher. Yeah, so hopefully, keep an eye out for that Kickstarter coming soon. And yeah, I'm working on, a bunch of other kind of like vague pitches right now. I really want to work on a fantasy thing, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now. But we will see if anything takes hold. Oh, fingers crossed.
Oh, something will. Something always does. You're too talented, Fell. Do not sell yourself short at all, please. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing more gay ladies with swords and dragons in the future for the fantasy or whatever fantastical creatures are your favorites.
Yeah, there will be monsters of some sort. Whether they are cute or terrifying, we will find out.
If they can do both, that's just even better.
Yes, we will. Maybe we will even put a shark in it just for Jeff.
Yes. Be Jeff's long lost cousin, but you can't say that unless Marvel ever lets you. So we will just keep that in our heads. That will be our headcanon.
Yeah, right? No, his name is Meph. Meph, the cousin.
So MEFF, meth?
Yeah, although when you say it, sounds kind of like meth, so maybe not.
I was wondering if it was going to be like MEPH, but I was like, oh no, you're doing it like Jeff. So I don't know, maybe, you know what, maybe it would be meth, because I feel like there's jokes you can pull from that too.
Oh, yeah, that is true. We will see.
I was going to say, we got to put this on the wraps because we can't say too much. We can't give it all away.
I know, right? You actually gotta buy to see if he's in it. So
yeah, it's super important. Well, thank you so much, Fell, for coming back on to talk more gay crying things and share with us that And We Love You is coming back, is getting another printing from Scout Comics. You can get all the covers. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon catching is a lot of work. You can just go to a shop or order it and get it delivered, and you can get like 3 more covers of this. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, I always say that, more the merrier. If you collect all three covers, you will get 7 years of good luck. Disclaimer, that's not
Ooh,
guaranteed, but I will say it because I want people to buy it. So yeah, buy all three covers and get 7 years of good luck.
I think that's a great sales pitch. Makes total sense to me. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
based in science.
based in science, and the science of infomercials, especially. Buy three covers for 19.99 plus shipping and handling. Get 7 years of life. Why would you ever question that again?
Yeah, exactly. It's totally legit. I am totally not, fingers crossed behind my back. I'm kidding,
Well,
but yeah, pick up the book. It's gonna be great, gay and sad.
pick it up, everybody. Support these books, support especially these indie creators like Phil, that not only do they work so hard to get these kickstarted and self-publish all these things, but you got to another publisher, which is really, really awesome. Plug yourself away. Where can people find you and all the good stuff?
Yeah, so I am still on Twitter for better or for worse. You can find me at fellhound underscore. I'm also on Instagram at fell.hound. And if you don't want to do any of that, you can just find me on my website. If you type in fellhoundart.com onto Google, then you will find my website.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, Phil, for coming on. Always great to have you. You're welcome back anytime. Everybody watching this later, I'll put the links in the link below, the bio, wherever you call that on YouTube. I don't know, but they'll be below. So you can just click and be able to know where to go order these great covers and check out Phil on Twitter, all that great stuff. And we'll see you guys next time in the nerdy neighborhood.